So, Todd Pod. So, yeah, hit click like and subscribe or something.
Dear God,
thumb
please.
Thing. Who did it? It was like North Korea or someone, or
you
someone
just said
you
said you wanted to talk about the fact that the Terminator from Terminator 2 exists and South Korea made it.
Yeah, South Korea made a liquid robot.
Describe. I don't think, is it chrome? What?
There we go.
Did that just go through the jail bars?
Yes. Why is it so loud?
What, my mic?
Was that pretty loud? That sounded pretty loud.
I couldn't hear it. It wasn't coming through the microphone.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, play it again. Play it again. That was controversial
It was playing the Terminator. It was playing the Terminator.
Well, it's because it went through jail bars just like the T-1000.
All right, I'll play it again. Okay, here we go. So,
what?
If you ever need to pick up a ball on the other side of a jail bars, and I don't know why it's, I guess it's changing.
Why is it a liquid robot? It just looks like it's rolling. It did, but it's not doing anything. It picked up a jelly bean.
Well, think about it. If you've got like your,
if you're robbing a bank,
you've locked the door and you've left your keys in the other room on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You get the robot to squeeze under the door and then roll over, get your keys, and then roll back.
But it didn't do that. All it did was it rolled. That's what's going to happen. If you're what's it said, the Optimus robot that Tesla's making can't get under the door.
Yeah, he calls it Optimus, right?
Yeah.
Well, why do you act like there's more to it?
Well, because you said it slides under the door. It doesn't have a mind of its own. It's just rolling down a hill.
Yeah.
I would like to do this for a job. I'd like to take some slime that my kids made, roll it put it on a downward slant, and pretend I'm controlling it.
How do you control a ball of slime?
You said they had a liquid robot.
Yeah, but how do they... I don't understand it. It must be like... I bet you the floor is like charged or something, and it kind of follows the path of the charge or something.
Something's not right there. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Will you get a Tesla Optimus for your house?
Possibly. But I couldn't afford it probably.
But you're going to lease it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you're going to lease it like a car for like $300 a month, and the cool thing is it does laundry.
Well, definitely then. I mean, right now I've got some dishes, a sink full of dishes.
Yeah.
I almost said dishes full of sink. I've got dishes full of sink, man.
I do.
In there. I've got a sink full of dishes in there, and Optimus could be
in there
putting away the dishes. He could be putting away the dishes.
Or loading the other robot dishwasher called a dishwasher.
Or he could be mopping the floor. We've got some tile floor that we need to mop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a good use for him, but
that's the issue with
probably not ready.
Well, that's the issue with the ChatGPT and the robots and everything, is that nobody's creative enough to actually do stuff with them, except for like 4 or 5 people.
What do you mean to do stuff with ChatGPT? Like,
honestly, what are most people doing with ChatGPT? They're making like action figures of themselves and their friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what they're doing. And you can't get those action figures made. You would think somebody with a 3D printer would jump on that and then put their store on Etsy.
It's I've used it actually to write Python code and some other things like that.
Well,
so.
you know what to do with it.
You can actually use it for if you have like some. I mean, I didn't really know the math behind this. I was trying to figure out like how to gamble on this game. And I was like, what's the probability of this? And
well, tell me more about this, Grasshopper.
Well, no, actually, that was I was trying to figure out the probability of this mind game, but I was also trying to, and I think it will work. I think it's definitely going to work if I can get the data. But anyways, there's these gambling sites with roulette wheels, right? And
yeah.
There's like, and I don't even know the. Anyways, I asked ChatGPT.
Are there 36 numbers?
Yeah, well, to write me a Python code, like the probability of it landing in these sections if it starts at a certain number, because it always started at a number. Like it will always start at 14 or something. Like the guy doesn't pick up the ball and throw it. It like starts at 14.
Wait a second.
Starts at 18.
Is this
and then it spins, the air spins it, and then it drops.
Is it a live video or is it fake?
Yeah, it's live. So
so it's not like some random number generator and then it illustrates whatever that is. You know what I mean, right?
No, there's actually a way to figure out the probability of it landing in a particular group of numbers
based on the ball and the human spinning the ball.
Well, it's mechanical, so I'm assuming it's probably the same each time, right?
Well, you're assuming nobody ever thought of the idea that you could figure that out and then changed the mechanics of the mechanical thing to say, like, we're going to randomize that every
shorter
time.
or longer. I know that, but
there's somebody on the other side going, wait a second, I found a flaw.
They did not think of that, and I did write some code in Python using ChatGPT to be able to enter these numbers in, like the start position and the end position, and then after a while, it would create like a heat map, right? That would show you like if it's on number 6, it's got like a higher chance to land in group 3. So you would bet on,
But the only way you would know that is if you were looking at,
and you might beat the house.
If you were looking at the back numbers and clustering where those were.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to see a pattern of it to figure it out. You wrote Python code to try to predict this. This is what you do with your life?
That's the thing.
You're sitting at home. You could be doing something productive, and you're like, I'm going to write Python code to figure out.
I've got the start number, and I've got the, it knows how to split the wheel into groups and things like that.
Is it a European or American wheel?
I think it was European wheel, so it's only got like one.
Only one of the green, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go on this.
I know my roulette. Can't fool me.
But I'm too lazy to like actually collect any of the like data. So I'm just gonna be poor.
I'm not trying to do this because I want to work.
I just was bored and wanted to see what it would be like, and then I don't collect any data, so I'm never gonna use it. That's the thing. I start these projects, and then I'm like,
That's the problem I have. Like this podcast. We start the podcast, we do it, we take a year off. We're like,
And then we're like, Yeah, I mean, think about it. If we were doing this every week for a year, we'd have 365 great shows, 365 weeks in a year.
15-minute segments of our lives that they could use AI to replicate when we died.
We died.
They could turn around and they could say, listen, we don't know much about these guys, but we do have hours of video. And based on this video, we're going to create an algorithm where we could predict what they would say next. And imitate their voice. Die. So that when we die, they could put a video on our gravestone of us doing the podcast. Based on any current event. You plug in the current event and let them go and do the thing. And it would predict it.
Could be done. I'm pretty sure it can be done right now. There's people on Twitch right now doing like AI Trump and AI Biden arguing. AI, I think it's AI Kamala, AI Trump. They're arguing, and people like type in a question or whatever, and they kind of use that as input, and then they kind of make some stuff up. And
I got to see that.
yeah, it's okay for a little bit, but
After a while, it gets repetitive.
yeah, but I'm saying that with better technology, it can be done right now. We could live forever as robots.
Or an avatar, some facsimile.
Yeah.
But how sad is it that your whole intellect can become an algorithm?
That's interesting to think about. Like you're
so predictable, a computer could predict what you're going to say.
Farts. Yeah.
Got him! We got him! We got him! Couldn't predict that! Take that, you liquid robots!
Yeah. Humans win.
Every time.
But now I can't use that anymore.
No, now we have to do something else.
Because they'll predict it. So they keep learning and getting better.
Oh, wow.
What are you going to do? Yeah, well, they say you can... Well, they say that's what teleportation is going to be, right? You're going to, like, die here, and they're just going to reconstruct your body on the other side, like, molecule for molecule.
But it's not you.
I don't know. Maybe the technology works so it is you. I mean, yeah, is it you? I don't know.
This is the most disturbing part of Star Trek. What if every time somebody got beamed in Star Trek, the person that showed up was not actually that person?
They die, their particles
are disintegrated,
and then whatever, it's reformed someplace else, and they're like, "Oh, it's me. I don't know." It's not painful to him, so I don't know how we need to disintegrate someone without pain.
This is where we need a Star Trek expert to come in and describe to us how beaming actually works. Is it the McCoy version where we get totally disintegrated, or is it we just trust it like Kirk and just...
Or maybe our particles travel at warp speed and our mind is going with it. I don't know.
We're saying like does your consciousness remain? If your particles are all disassembled and then assembled again, is your consciousness the same?
Yeah, it's probably like right here, you're probably dead, floating up into the heaven or floating down to hell or whatever it is, and then when you come over here, you're like, oh, there's my body, and you gotta
chase it down,
catch up to it. Yep. So, but I mean, you're gonna have to, like, when you first start it, you're gonna have to like give them like some type of anesthetic so they don't feel their body being ripped into a million pieces. That's like, what was that movie where maybe they short circuit the brain, so you're just like in a coma, and then they explode your body into a billion pieces and reform it on the other billion pieces of energy, and then reform it on the other side.
Sign me up. That's that movie with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale, the magic movie where the magicians, and they did the teleporting man, and David Bowie played
Magic Mike
Tesla. Yeah, that was it.
No, I don't know.
It was the Christopher Nolan movie.
I've probably seen it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was the one where The Thing, not Tenet.
So what happens in the movie that you want to?
Because they have the disappearing man act, where the guy disappears in one place and reappears in another, and he's trying to figure out how he does it, and it turns out that it's Nikola Tesla has invented this electronic beaming machine, and Hugh Jackman is able to create a perfect copy of himself. And the only condition is that he has to die every time he does it, because whatever reappears is not him.
So is it like does he have a different personality each time, or?
Well, the person.
What
Well, that's
happened?
the thing is that the end of the movie, that he has to kill one of the two as part of the act.
Christian Bale or
Hugh
himself?
Jackman.
He has to kill one of Hugh Jackman or one of
Well,
Hugh Jackman
for
or
every
Christian
Hugh
Bale?
Jackman he creates, he has to kill one. So the one that steps into the
So there's always two
transformed
Hugh
man
Jackmans?
that there's a trap door that opens as soon as he's copied,
Yeah.
and he falls into a tank of water and drowns.
Okay.
And then
And
the
then-
new Hugh Jackman appears on the other side of the theater.
Oh, so it has to... Oh, so it's like Hugh Jackman's in the gun already. In
Right.
Nikola Tesla's gun, but he's got to kill himself, and then someone else shoots the gun, and
He
he
duplicates
reappears.
himself.
So he could just like... and
No, it's
create,
not.
like,
It's
five
not
of them.
like that.
Oh,
Whatever
it's
you
not?
put in the electrical copy machine.
And that's the water that he has to kill himself in?
No. Imagine for a second you're smart and that you're standing you're standing there and you get copied, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a duplicate is created across the room.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You're there, so you're the person.
The original has to die.
The original drops through a platform and drowns.
But why is it? But you're acting like the guy appears over there, and then it's like, oh, I've got two of me. I can't do this, so now I gotta die.
That's exactly what happens in the movie.
So there's two of them.
Well, if he does the show every night it becomes like Multiplicity with Michael Keaton.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He could just take the gun and start shooting it all over the place, and you'd have like 40 Hugh Jackman
That are dead.
that are dead. No, I
But
think
the
I
part with the
understand.
beaming where like getting destroyed and everything, it's he goes into the thing not knowing he's gonna drown. He knows he's gonna drown.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't know if he's gonna be copied. Like, what if it doesn't work?
What if the gun jams?
Right.
Yeah. So he's risking his life every time.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
This movie did well in theaters.
Did reasonably well. It was
Reasonably well.
it played to
Look it up.
audiences.
It played to audiences in near circuses.
Right. It was I gotta find the name of it. This is what happens when you get old, man. You can't remember things.
No, I know. I would have not even remembered Hugh Jackman or Christian Bale unless you said them.
Well, they're so handsome.
Probably. Yeah, those are two good-looking dudes.
The Prestige.
The Prestige.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the theater?
That's the name of the movie.
Well, it's the name of the theater they're probably in too. It's
No,
Prestige.
the idea
would be
is
a
that
great
when you
name for
do
a theater.
when you do a magic trick, the Prestige is the part of the magic trick where something happens.
Where you die and it
No,
get recreated,
but
it's not really magic.
every time I talk about something, you have to make it crazy.
Tesla was a jerk, man.
Why?
I mean, can't you just create a gun that just duplicates people and you don't have to die in it?
Well, the dying is a choice, right?
Yeah, I guess. I got to see the movie.
You should watch it. It's good.
Better than Greatest Showman?
Well, Hugh Jackman does not do the singing in the Prestige that he does.
Oh,
in
he
The Greatest
doesn't do
Showman.
any singing?
No. So here I have a trick for you. You ready?
What's that?